Okay, so your mother and father were not married. You grew up basically with your grandmother. Your mother was also living there as well.
No, I was living with my mom and my grandma was living there.
Oh, I see. Okay, so your grandma was living with you, but your grandma was kind of like your primary caregiver growing up, right?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, she did, we did it. We spent a lot of time together. Like we would go to feed the ducks at Pollywog and Alondra Park, and she would pull me along in my wagon and read me to sleep every night. You know what I mean? Read me books and stuff like that. We read almost the whole series of Harry Potter together. So like, different things like that. My mom was around, but she was kind of like in her room or she was gone. And I have memories with her though too, but like they were different. Like going to the movies and every year. It just felt like almost like overcompensating.
Right. But she did give you like sort of a family vibe
Yeah,
growing
no,
up, right?
she was making money, but just not in a way that was normal. Like I had a lot of the things like my friends would want to come over and hang out because I had all the snacks, you know what I mean? Like I was
Right.
spoiled because I was getting do you know what I mean? Like I was in a different kind of situation.
What kind of area was it that you were growing up in?
A
Was it
shitty one. It was a
so?
shitty area. It was like a dead end street. I remember there was two houses specifically before I started really getting into drugs, and it was the house that I don't remember much about it. I remember having a friend that like kind of lived across the street or whatever. Then we moved over to the one that was in Gardena, like in the like unincorporated area, I guess you could say, because they would get all the different kinds of cops, and it was a dead end street. And there's a lot of drug dealing and a lot of like, everybody kind of knew everybody though, because it was a dead end street. So people from like the apartments from this side talk to people, over here and in these apartments, and then like there was like a mix, like there was like blacks and Mexicans and like one Asian that I knew that lived like right in because it was kind of like a driveway, and then you would pull in and there's houses like on each side, and so that's where I lived at. That I spent a lot of my time
So we're talking from birth to what age you were living in this area,
in
or
that
around?
immediate
You
in
probably moved
Gardena.
around a lot, right? But in that
No,
area.
in Gardena, like I lived in one house that I remember one house. I don't know how long I was there. That was Gardena. That was like off of fucking some shit. Like it was Gardena or Torrance, Gardena, Torrance, whatever. Borderline, I guess you could say. And then I moved into uh, kind of like the Gardena. It's Gardena. It's an unincorporated area. I'm not sure how it works now, but Gardena. It's kind of like by El Camino College,
All right.
but like on the other side of the maze. And so we
So,
spent 12 years, 12, 13 years in that house.
so
We didn't move around very
we're
much.
talking about middle school age. You're
Elementary, kindergarten.
all the way through to middle school. You're in this environment of a lot of drug dealing. Your mother also was dealing during this whole time, right?
My mother was dealing, and that was it. My grandma was just an addict, and my mom was an addict.